All right, welcome back, everybody, to day number 9 of the Appalachian Trail Summer 2025. It is early afternoon, and I just got on trail, and I've got a little explaining to do. And by the time I'm done explaining, it'll all make sense. But let's get to today's logistics first. I started this morning, or actually about 20 minutes ago, at a place called Stony Brook Road. And I am actually hiking south today back to an area known as Kent Pond, right outside of Mountain Meadows. I think it's a bed and breakfast or lodge. Remember Mountain Meadows, because I got a story about that coming here in just a second, which is going to make it a 6.7 mile day. So I'm starting at mile marker 1720, and I am going south back to mile marker 1713.3. So the first part of my explaining is I get to jump ahead about 4 miles on the trail because the 4 mile section where I ended yesterday, US Route 104, I have already hiked. So I have already hiked north from US Route 104 to the Mountain Meadows Lodge or bed and breakfast, also known as the Kent Pond area. I have already done that 4 mile section twice. The first time I did it was back in 2009. I actually stayed at the Mountain Meadows Lodge. It's a great lodge or bed and breakfast, and they have amazing coffee. And then in 2014, I did that 4 mile stretch when I was out doing about a 500 mile stretch of trail. So check, that area has been done twice. And oh my gosh, y'all, I am walking by a beautiful, beautiful little waterfall. Make sure I don't get my feet wet here. All right, we are through it. Hopefully you guys can hear that water on the mic. Absolutely gorgeous. So I am able to jump ahead that 4 mile section because that has been done twice. And then this morning, when I got up, it was literally pouring down the rain. And I was like, well, maybe today's my day off. But alas, I looked at the weather and recognized it was going to be sunny after about 11 a.m. And y'all, if you could have seen what it looked like this morning, you would have been like me in thinking there's no way this is all going to clear out and it's going to be gorgeously sunny. But it has. So I took out Far Out and started looking. And instead of the whole day being a wash, it has really worked out because we were able to do some recon and get up to an area known as Stony Brook, and got dropped off, and I had to walk about 0.3 up a Jeep road to the trail. It was no big deal. And yeah, I am hiking south back down to Mountain Meadows, making it a less mileage day for me, allowing me to sleep in, get some rest, have a good breakfast this morning. And tomorrow, I'll come right back up to Stony Brook, where I just got dropped off. And then I will head north. I think I figured out tomorrow will be about a 13-mile day, which is absolutely perfect. So yeah, you just never know what's going to happen in less than a 12-hour period. So bright, sunny, gorgeous day on trail so far. I'm about a mile in, which means I have 5.7 to go. So that is how we are going to roll today. And tomorrow, I believe, it's supposed to be bright sunny, and tomorrow's summer solstice. I have to hike on summer solstice regardless. Not sure if I'm going to hike naked. Well, I am sure. I am not going to be hiking naked on summer solstice. But hiking on summer solstice nonetheless. And then I figured out that Sunday, this coming Sunday, which is only a couple days away, the day after summer solstice, I will take the day off and start making a plan for when we get in New Hampshire and looking ahead at the whites and all that wonderful stuff. But that is to come. And as you can tell, you never know. You got to be ready to pivot at any moment and make a change. And I am certainly taking this day by day, and it feels good to be doing that. So I just passed a shelter. I don't know the name of it. I'm going to look here on Far Out. The Stony Brook shelter. And I'm going to continue my way south. So hope y'all are enjoying these episodes. I want to say thank you to those that have reached out to me, whether that was via email, DMs on Instagram, or leaving comments on YouTube. I truly appreciate it. And a lot of you are sharing with me when your hikes are. And I think that is awesome. Continue to share and let me know when you're going to get out and do your section. And a huge shout out to Sean Knights, who has actually been on the podcast. He sent me a text this morning, and he is starting a section hike this week as well. So Sean, have a great time out on trail and keep me posted on how you are doing. All right, y'all, I am going to mosey on because, as you all could probably tell, out of breath, going uphill. I'll be back. Oh man, I'm climbing and I'm thinking about what I said yesterday. And my 3 cups of coffee have already worn off. The fuel I needed to get up this hill only lasted about halfway, and I'm just cracking up. Anyway, I'm standing at a blaze because, you know, I'm going blaze to blaze. But I meant to tell y'all on this day 9, this 6.7 mile day southbound, there is 2,000 feet of ascent and 1,800 feet of descent. So even though it's a 6.7 mile day, it is packing a punch. And right now I feel every punch. So I'm doing my go from blaze to blaze. And just saw another blaze. I'm going to take a break. And take a break, walk it out, let my heart rate get back down, and go again. So that's just what we have to do as we are getting conditioned as we go here. So anyway, just wanted to let you know, even though it's a 6.7 mile day, hiking south, back to Mountain Meadows Lodge, I'm still going blaze to blaze. And my legs feel really good today. So today's the opposite. My legs feel really good, but my breath has not caught up to me. And yesterday, it was my legs. I was breathing okay, but my legs were fatigued. And folks, that's just the way it goes. All right, I'll be back. All right, y'all, I just wanted to hop back on here real quick. I am going downhill. I'm about halfway through my day, but I wanted to send my prayers out to Standing Bear Hostel that is just right out of the northern end of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Y'all, Western North Carolina cannot get a break because the AT actually comes out of the Smokies and you end up walking under I-40 And just up a gravel road there, not too far off of trail, is Standing Bear Hostel there in North Carolina. And I have utilized their services many, many times. Even when Maria, who owns the hostel, when her husband was alive, Curtis, he has shuttled me several times. And one story about Curtis is he was shuttling me and a friend of mine. We were going up to the Smokies for like a 4-day section hike on the AT there. And he was like, we have got to stop at this gas station. They have the best sausage biscuits ever. And every hiker I take up to the park, we stop here and get biscuits. So we did, and they were the best. I know right now on the ALDA, the Appalachian Long Distance Hikers Association Facebook page, they are putting posts out there. And I believe Standing Bear Farm Hostel also has a Facebook page that you can follow. And there is a GoFundMe on that page. And they are also asking for volunteers. So you can find out more information about the flooding, the mudslide, everything that happened just a couple days ago. Actually, it was less than 24 hours ago. They actually had to be rescued. Everything just happened so quickly. That is all the information I know. But what I do know is they are amazing people. And if you have any hands-on deck help, they could use that, or they could use donations to rebuild. So just wanted to throw that out there. My prayers go out to them. I will continue to pray, and I will also make a donation on their GoFundMe page, because that hostel has been a tremendous help to me during all my years of section hiking. Not only have I gotten shuttles like I talked about, but I have also parked vehicles there to go out and do various section hikes. So wanted to come on and say that. I'm about halfway through my hike. I can't even say what it is. It's beyond glorious. Whatever that means to you. The wind is blowing. It is a perfect temperature. It's probably about 65 degrees. The birds are chirping again. And it's another great day on trail. All right, I'll be back to close out here in a couple miles. All right, I am back to close out this episode. If I could sum this all up, hopefully you all can hear the wind. I would call it a beautifully sunshiny, windy day. Basically, this hike, 6.7 miles, was 3.5 up and 3 down, pretty much. And I have no complaints. It has been, it's tough, but that's Vermont. I am enjoying the sunshine and looking forward to getting back down to Mountain Meadows. I have not seen Kent Pond or Mountain Meadows since 2014. And from what I remember, they have the best coffee in the world. So hopefully when I get down there, I can go in their kitchen, pay for a cup of coffee, and sniff around and see if there's anything I can't live without. We are still at Gifford Woods State Park. This will be our last night at the campground, and then we are going to be moving on up to tomorrow, Vermont 12. And I think we're going to be staying at a hostel tomorrow, and I cannot remember the name of it. Shame on me. So it is right off of Vermont 12, but I'll give you more information on that tomorrow. So we are rounding out this day south from Stony Brook Road to Kent Pond, aka Mountain Meadows Bed and Breakfast Lodge, whatever it's called, which makes it a 6.7 mile day. And I have not forgotten. So when I get down to Mountain Meadows, it will be 461.2 miles to Katahdin. So y'all, appreciate you listening. Appreciate you reaching out. Appreciate your comments. Keep commenting, keep reaching out, and I will answer back as soon as I can. Thanks for listening. Be safe out there and happy section hiking. All right, y'all, I am back. Y'all, I cannot make this stuff up. I got to come on and tell you these stories or just won't happen. Anyway, I'm going south, right? So I bet this guy, he's out doing a big section of trail. And last night there was a big storm here, and I guess it went all the way up north. And he was sitting on a log, and when I was just standing there talking to him, and he said, "Oh man, I got to tell you about my buddy who was out hiking. He's in Monson right now, and that storm last night. Apparently, he got out of his tent. I don't know. I cannot make this up. And some beetle bug flew in his ear. And this morning, he had to go to the emergency room. And it flew in his ear so close to his eardrum. Now he has to go see a specialist." And I was like, "What?" And then he said, "Whenever I get out of my tent, I just make sure I am swatting my ears." Y'all, the bugs are crazy here. And I have been using 100% DEET all over the place. But anyway, there is no way I was going to remember that. I had to come on here and tell y'all. So unfortunately, if you have a beetle bug fly in your ear, which now I feel like something's going to happen to me, be careful. Because I guess if it gets, in all seriousness, I guess if bugs get too close to your eardrum, you got to go see a specialist for them to get it out. I was thinking, that's the last thing I want to be doing while I'm out here hiking. So I don't know. Stuff happens. So anyway, be careful when you get out of your tent in the middle of a thunderstorm. You do not want anything flying in your ear or flying in your ear, period. All right, y'all, we'll see you tomorrow.